Arrow Video has been a huge part of my Blu-ray collection for years now, and if you're not familiar with them, they are the granddaddy of cult cinema, putting out everything from horror slashers to blaxploitation movies. After a prompt from my friend Albert over on Instagram, I've decided to share 5 of my favourite Arrow Blu-rays with you, and whether you're new to Arrow or not, these are 5 cult cinema discs that I think are essential to have in your collection. Before I get into it, if you're new here, my name's Elliot. I'm a self-diagnosed Blu-ray addict. This is my collection, and I like to make videos about collecting Criterion Blu-rays, Arrow Blu-rays, Indicator Blu-rays, you name it. So if you like that kind of stuff, subscribe below and hit the bell icon to get notified of when my videos get uploaded. So to kick it all off, I have a film that is considered to be one of the very first slasher movies, a proto-slasher, if you will. The film is A Bay of Blood. This one is essential, not just because it's a damn cool movie, but because of its impact on the genre. All of your favourite slasher movies owe something to A Bay of Blood. It really was such an influence on so many filmmakers. It's directed by Mario Bava, who is a master of the giallo film genre, and his films are very well represented in the Arrow Video collection. A Bay of Blood has some brilliantly designed kills, very brutal stuff, and despite its low budget, the location is maximised to get the full utility from it. Mario Bava was such an inventive film director. And on this disc, you get both the Italian cut and the English cut of the film, as well as tons of special features, so A Bay of Blood is an essential Arrow Video release. Number 2 in my list of 5 essential Arrow Video Blu-rays takes things in a completely different direction. It's the blaxploitation masterpiece, Coffee. This film is why I love films. It is just pure awesome from start to finish. Pam Grier plays the badass Coffee, a nurse who vows to take revenge on a local drug gang after one of their dealers puts her little sister in hospital. Now, for those not familiar with Pam Grier, she is a screen goddess. I'm completely enraptured by her when she's on the screen. She's tough, she's smart, and she's incredibly sexy. And you can see why this is one of Quentin Tarantino's favourite films. And you can also see why he wanted to make Jackie Brown with Pam Grier in the lead. Oh, and the soundtrack is by none other than the legend Roy Ayers. It's one of the most jazzy, funkiest soundtracks I've ever heard in my life. So yeah, Coffee, an essential Arrow Blu-ray. On to number 3, and how could I make a list of essential Arrow Blu-rays without talking about Dario Argento? He is a master of cult cinema. So many of his films are included in the Arrow Video collection, and I could have chosen any one of them, but I decided to go with one of my personal favourites, and one that I think gets slightly overlooked, and it is Inferno. I'd say that Argento is best known for his work in shaping the giallo genre, with films like Cat o' Nine Tails and Deep Red, etc. But I think some of his best work is done when he trades that murder suspense for supernatural horror in films like Suspiria and Inferno. The story is awesome, there are some brilliant scares, and the effects in this film are incredible. It also includes one of my favourite underwater sequences that I've ever seen in any film. It just looks amazing. The colours are so vibrant, and that organ music is just everything. This is essential. Number 4, and I'm back to slashers with The Burning. The Burning is about a summer camp caretaker who gets horribly disfigured when a prank goes wrong, and he then returns to the camp to take revenge on all of the kids. I mean, what a great setup for a film. The Burning was actually banned when it came out in the UK. It was called one of the video nasties, and this is why I think it's essential, because it has such great effects by the wonderful Tom Savini. There's a particular scene in this film on a log raft which I think is the pinnacle of what the slasher genre can be. So yeah, The Burning, essential Arrow Video Blu-ray. And on to number 5. If you couldn't tell already, I'm a massive fan of Italian genre cinema, and this next filmmaker is Italian genre cinema. It is Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling. Now this has all the trappings of a usual giallo film. Some little boys get murdered, an investigation ensues, and there's a lot of female nudity as well. But what differs in this film is the use of location, because usually a giallo film is set in an urban environment, in a city, but this, strangely, is set in a rural countryside. One of the main themes of the giallo genre as a whole is the effect of urbanization and globalization, and this film addresses that perfectly. It doesn't really pick a side, but it is definitely there in the use of location. Don't Torture a Duckling has everything that a giallo film needs. It's got incredible kills, brilliant suspense, awesome music, but it's also packing some great themes about corruption, religious institutions, and urbanization. So this is an essential film in the Arrow collection. And that's my top 5 essential Arrow video Blu-rays. Let me know in the comments below if any of these are your favourites, or if not, which ones are your favourites. I'll be back soon with more videos about Blu-rays, so stay tuned.